Hello friends, welcome to my sample paper part 8, and last time we stopped in a very hurry on question number 16th first part. So now I have to start with question number 16th second part. It was a question of case study. So the diagram is displaying on the top. You can see the diagram from there. Question 2 is saying what are the coordinates of P, of point P. Okay, so I'm removing the diagram. Okay. So in the diagram means basically this question is asking that what are the coordinates of point P. So I am showing the diagram again. So first in the option there is, I am writing all the options. Options are 4, 6, 6, 4, 4, 5 and 5, 4. Now from the diagram, if this is the x-axis, the bottommost line, okay, so the origination of x is from point 4, okay, P is from point 4, so means only option A and option C can come, okay, because these do not have the starting with 4, so just cancel them. Now if you count the pointers or whatever kind of trees are planted here, it would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so it should be 6, okay. Now this option will be correct because if you look at this as a graph, the origination of the point would be 4, 6. So obviously 6 is not equal to 5. So A part or 4, 6 is our answer. Question is done. These questions are very simple. I guess you also can do it. Okay. Let's see what the next question. This is the last question of 16th part because they are way too simple. Okay. And you can easily do them. Easily. Okay. What are the coordinates of R? Okay. So I can see from the diagram that on the x-axis R is a coordinate of 6. So there are options 6, 5, 5, 6 and 6, 0 and 7, 4. So if it is originating with 6, so these two options can be correct and these are completely wrong because it is originating with 6 only. Now on y-axis the point is not 0 for point R. So obviously this is also wrong, and so the only option left in our case is 6, 5. So this is the answer. Okay. See, these questions are way too simple. I think you also can do this. So I am just skipping that. But if you want me to do, I will leave the answers with method down in the comment section. You can copy the 4th and 5th part from there with method. Next question. This is a little nice question. Okay. Rahul is studying in 10th standard. He is making a kite to fly it on a Sunday. Few questions came to his mind while making a kite. Give answers to his question by looking at the figure. So it is saying that a kid who was studying in class 10th was making a kite like this. A kite is the shape of like this only, right? Don't call my drawing, okay? It's way too bad. Okay? These are perpendicular if you know. So it is saying that what is the angle between the sticks? So actually a kite is like this. It is like this actually. Okay. But I am drawing the diagram again only. It is not good. Okay, like this it's a kite looks. Okay, so it is saying that what is the angle between the sticks. Now sticks in a kite are these are the stick like AB is the stick, CD is the stick. Okay, get it? Okay, so now this question is pretty simple. It is just asking you that what is the angle between the sticks. Now it is pretty obvious that angle between the sticks is 90 degrees because the sticks are perpendicular to each other, but this is the kind of MCQ question. So if you want a little proof, you can see that here if we take a point and if we draw a full circle, the full circle will be if we draw a full circle, what is the angle measure? A full circle measures 360 degrees, right? And a kite has two sticks, so basically it will have four intersecting points. Okay, so now if we divide this 360 by 4, because the kite will have only two sticks, but it will have four intersecting points, 90. So that's why each angle would be 90 degree. Okay, like this. So options are 30, 60, 90 and again 60. So option would be option C, 90 degrees. So these are the pretty simple questions. Okay, and this question I don't think will be coming in subjective type. Next question. Which is the correct similarity criteria applicable for smaller triangles at the upper part of the kite? So this question says that that the upper part of the kite, which is this one, like this. Okay, so it is saying you that smaller triangle means this triangle and this triangle. What is the correct congruence criteria for these two? Okay, so let's think about it. But I think the most precise would be RHS, because these both have a right angle. Okay, and these both have a side equal. First we are thinking, okay, these both have a side equal, and these both will have hypotenuse also equal, because these two sides are equal in a kite. Now this might be RHS, but I guess so that there is no rule that in a kite this side and this side are equal. Okay, means it depends that what is the kind of figure that you are making. Okay, so means we cannot completely rely upon your figure that whether these two which are the hypotenuse would be equal or not. See, the congruence criteria should be satisfying all three of them. R, which is satisfying, S, which is satisfying, but H, it is not completely satisfying. So we won't be able to use RHS. So what can we use instead of RHS? Okay, the best criteria coming in my mind is SAS, Y side angle side. See, first if we label this diagram as A, B, C and D, it would be what? That AC is equal to AC, which is common. Right? You have to write this in the exam only. So now angle ACB is equal to angle ACD, which is 90 degrees, perpendicular lines. Okay, next BC is equal to CD, as it is completely intersecting it in a perpendicular way. Okay, so that's why BC would be equal to CD, and so we took this to be a side, this to be angle, and this to be a side. So therefore they are congruent by SAS. SAS is the option number B. So option B is the answer. Question is done.